Do you like Akedo and Rainbow Friends? Well, you're in luck, because in this video, we'll show you how to make blue, green, pink, red, purple, yellow, orange, and cyan. And that's not all. At the end of the video, we'll have a Rainbow Friends Akedo tournament with Eddie and Clark. Can I turn one of these Akedo Warrior doubles into a one-of-a-kind custom creation? Today's character is from a Roblox game called Rainbow Friends and comes highly requested. If you're still not sure who I'm talking about, check out this footage of the first time I met him. Whoa! Whoa, get in your box, Quirky! How come I have that thing on my head? No! Hi everyone, welcome back to Eddie's World. Not too long ago, I took Eddie and Clark on a low-budget shopping spree as a reward for winning a battle challenge. And while the boys ended up with a bunch of new Pokemon cards, I got a bag of fake Lego Rainbow Friends. The bag cost me $15 and came with blue, yellow blue, green, orange, purple, and red. The paint job on Blue's eyes are really bad, so before we start the build, I just want to repaint them and make sure they're gonna look good. Okay, that's good enough for me. Let's meet the warrior that we'll be using for today's customization. It's White Wraith, and I chose her for one simple reason. We have a lot of her. Carefully removing an Akedo figure's head takes a lot longer than cutting it off, but having that head intact in the parts jar is priceless. And even though I consider this weapon to be useless, I'll throw it in the parts jar as well. In order to do a head swap, the ring around the Akedo figure's neck almost always has to be removed, and the easiest way to do that is with a Dremel. And just to let you know, you can find all the tools I use, as well as the Akedo Warriors, linked in the description below. The fake Lego head looks good on our Akedo Warrior's body, but I'm realizing one important detail that I failed to plan for. What am I going to do for Blue's weapon? Looking back on all my Rainbow Friends gameplay footage, it appears that Blue uses nothing more than his arms during his attack. Okay, I think this is gonna work out after all. Let's get to work. First, I'll remove the Akedo figure's arms because for this project, we'll need to start from scratch and fabricate new ones. We'll also need to get this base out of the way so we can reshape the feet. And even though I was being very careful, I couldn't help it. The peg broke off in the foot, and that is very common. Blue's stump-like feet are pretty easy to mimic, and the look can be achieved simply by removing material. And now, we'll make custom arms with one of them also serving as his weapon. In order to make sure they don't fall off in battle, I'm gonna embed a piece of wire into the body to secure them. The wire will also serve as the framework for the plastic filament arms. Now that I have the basic shape of the arms complete, I'll smooth them out using some Bondo. After a quick sanding, we can reattach the figure to the base. And now we are ready to paint. For the base, I'll attempt something pretty risky and I have no idea if it's gonna work or not. Since blue is so synonymous with cardboard boxes, let's try to glue real cardboard to his base. Are you guys ready for the Eddie's World Custom Blue Akedo Warrior? Okay, but first, really quick, before the reveal, I played Rainbow Friends so much in preparation of this build that I accumulated over 1,000 coins, and here's what I ended up buying.
Okay, I can only buy a dragon pack. Here we go. Oh man, what's it gonna... Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's cool, man.
Okay, everyone, get in your cardboard box because here comes blue. Once he gets his stumps on you, you're done for. As you can see, he's not to be taken lightly. In today's video, I'm gonna turn one of these doubles into a one-of-a-kind custom warrior that you guys requested. Hi everyone, welcome back to Eddie's World. A few customizations ago, I made blue from Rainbow Friends, and I told you guys if that video gets 1,000 likes, I'd make another Rainbow Friend with another giveaway. So here we are, about to make a custom green Akedo Warrior. Here are all of the Rainbow Friend figures I purchased to use for parts. And here is the Akedo Warrior we'll be using for today's build. It's Fly Swat. He's one of the cooler figures in Series 1, and I have 11 of him. I'm gonna carefully remove his weapon and shield, base plate, head, and both arms. And then I'll store them in the parts jar for a future project. Stop right there. Before we go any further, I need to do some research. So this is me playing Rainbow Friends on Roblox. My mission, to get a good close look at green. Okay, that's too close. Oh, look at this. Ouch. Yikes. Uh-oh. Wow. Okay, that was helpful. I think I know what we gotta do. Since Green's head and body are basically one piece, I need to grind down this figure into the smallest cylinder shape possible without interfering with its functions. The limiting factor here is gonna be the pins in the waist that the two halves of the body swivel from. Now I'll create a head using some white Fimo. This part is pretty simple. I just have to roll out some Fimo into a cylinder shape and throw it in the oven. And after it comes out, I'll let it cool down. Then I can cut it to length. The head looks good. Let's start working on the legs and arms. For this figure, I'll be using my 3D pen applied over a wire frame. The most important thing is to make sure that the wire is securely attached to the body.
Just give me a second to let them know I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm a head time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time. The king is back like prodigal. I gave him time, it's been too long.
Someone commented that Blue's arms look like Green's, and it may be true. But when you're working with Akedo warriors, you can't always make things 100% accurate. There are certain rules you need to follow to keep your custom from becoming too strong or too weak. And as long as Blue's arms are, we need to make Green's arms even longer, or at least look longer. To accomplish this illusion, we'll give the arms a wide curve.
I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Out of the ashes, a phoenix arises. Faith of a mustard seed can move any mountains. The people are watching, so I cannot stop it. Been down for too long, now I gotta rock it. Had to get it out the mud, you know how it goes. Now we sitting at the top, had to bring the bros. Never thought I'd be the one who would play the role. Now look at where we at, man, who would've known? Temperature rising, I feel the pressure is on me. Luckily, I've been out here building an army.
The plastic filament comes out uneven and bumpy, so I'll use Bundle to smooth it out.
This is for the ones who've been chasing their goals. If they was sleeping on their kid, now they about to be woke. Lights, camera, action, we ready to roll. Alright, places, everybody, let's put on a good show.
I'm sick of your talking, you got the wrong one. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am the second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let him know.
After we glue everything together, we are ready to paint. Are you guys ready for custom Akedo Warrior Green? Don't move or make a sound. Here he comes. I decided to keep the cardboard theme for the base so he can be matching with blue. And rather than making delicate fingers that could easily be broken, I just painted the fingers on the hands. I was also planning on painting Green's eyes, but after reviewing the footage I had, I decided that to make Green right, his eyes needed to be popping out at you. For Green's battle test, I want to match him up against Blue and have Eddie and Clark battle it out. That video will be coming soon. You are watching Eddie's World, where we make and battle custom Akedo warriors. Just recently, I made Blue and Green from the Roblox horror game Rainbow Friends. And today, I'm gonna attempt to make a custom pink Akedo warrior. Before you forget, hit that subscribe button right now, or Stormstrike and Lord Shifter go to the bottom of the fish tank with Big Stinky. I got the perfect warrior for today's project. He's from Series 1 and we've never used him before. I'll give you guys a hint. He's also pink. Here's another hint. He's a kicker. That's right, guys. For today's project, we're gonna turn Hayashi into Pink from Rainbow Friends. Hayashi is an awesome warrior and you won't find him in our doubles drawer. All our extra Hayashis are stored in our DIY Akedo Warrior case. And this is the fake Lego pink figure that I mistakenly called purple. I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Friends for these videos just so I can get to know the characters better. And with Blue and Green, it was pretty easy. But Pink is nowhere to be found in the game and there's not too much information online. After all my research, this image is all I know about Pink. If you have any information regarding this rainbow friend, let me know in the comments. I'm so curious and I have so many unanswered questions. I'm really excited for this one, so let's get started. I'll carefully remove Hayashi's head and base plate. And since Pink has no arms, I'll cut those off too. And with my respirator and safety glasses on, I'll grind down Hayashi's feet and body. Now that we have the basic shape of Pink, I'll build the legs back up with my 3D pen. Here I am using my foam cutter tool to smooth out the 3D pen filament. It was surprisingly effective and it really helped to achieve the shape and texture I was going for. I'll definitely use this technique for future projects because it drastically reduced the amount of sanding I had to do. There's still some holes and imperfections that I couldn't file out, but they can easily be fixed with some bundle. Now that the body is complete, let's superglue the head on and get a first glimpse at custom Akedo Warrior Pink. I think it looks awesome, but I want to make the mouth just a little bigger. Before we secure the figure back to the base, I'm gonna do something I've been doing to all the Rainbow friends. I'm gonna cover the base with cardboard. And the last thing to do is secure Pink back to the base using super glue and a nail. Now we're ready to paint. I wasn't really happy with the first shade of pink that I had, but luckily I found this old bottle of fluorescent pink that really made the figure pop. Here's custom Akedo Warrior Pink. This leg is sure to make quick work of any opponent. In today's video, I'll take a very special Series 2 Akedo Warrior and turn him into a very mysterious Rainbow Friends character who you only get to see if you actually beat the game. Hi everyone, we're back in the Eddie's World Workshop making our 4th Rainbow Friends character, Red. In preparation of this video, I bought 2 starter packs that feature a training figure, Wild Tide, Captain Plunderfoot with thumbstick controller, and Doc Shock. I just love this pack because not only do you get Wild Tide, who's the only color changer through 4 series of Akedo Warriors. Check this out, guys. That's pretty cool, huh? Completely useless, but still cool. You also get Doc Shock, who just so happens to glow in the dark, a feature that I'll try to preserve. I'm also going to try to reuse Doc Shock's weapon, but I will be modifying it. Make sure you stick around to see what I found to make for Red's weapon. It took me forever to find, and it's pretty unique. We got our figure all stripped down, so now I'll use a little bit of lacquer thinner to remove all the paint off Doc Shock's coat. The hands and feet will be painted black, so we can just leave those untouched. It's looking really good. Let's get this fake Lego head on. I really don't like the eyes, so I'm gonna grind those off and remake them later. The last bit of grinding we need to do will be for Red's lab coat. While Doc Shock has a buttoned up coat, Red's coat is open and you can see his shirt and pants. To help visualize this a little better, I'm gonna lay out everything in pencil before any actual grinding is done. All the details on the top will be done in paint, but these X's need to be removed. I think that's gonna do the trick. Let's make Red's eyes using some of my new 2-part epoxy clay. After you mix part A with part B, you have an 8-hour window until it hardens. This makes it possible to sculpt details directly onto the figure. If this was Fimo, we'd have to remove the clay in order to harden it in the oven. The eyes look good, so let's put these figures on the side to dry. Doc Shock's club is a perfect starting point for Red's weapon. I just need to cut off this bulky upper portion, then trim the handle down until it's thin, smooth, and resembling a needle. Did I give it away? Check this out, guys. I searched all over the internet and I finally found these syringes that used to be earrings, believe it or not. But they're so detailed and fitting for a mad scientist. I just need to glue the metal tip into our handle and look at this. How perfect is that? With both weapons complete, we are ready to paint. Is everyone ready to see custom Akedo Warrior Red? Here he is. He's our first custom glow-in-the-dark warrior, but definitely not our last. In today's video, I'll turn a bunch of scraps from our parts jar into purple from the Roblox horror game Rainbow Friends. Hold on, cut! Before we even think about making another Rainbow Friend, there's a few loose ends we need to take care of. First of all, for the majority of my custom warriors, I've been spraying them with a polyurethane gloss clear coat. It provides the warriors with a smooth, durable, shiny finish. But sometimes a shiny finish isn't exactly what I'm looking for. I've used a satin clear coat in the past, but I don't feel like it provides the same level of protection. The Rainbow Friends are a prime example of how a shiny finish can be very distracting. So what I'm gonna try today is to brush on an acrylic matte varnish and see what effect, if any, it has on the figure. The other thing that's been bothering me is this. You see how nice Pink's base is? It's got his name displayed and everything, but green and blue just have the cardboard, and red's base isn't finished at all? Let's fix that. Now we're good. Roll the intro. Hi everyone, welcome back to Eddie's World. I got all the Rainbow Friends lined up and I'm super excited for today's build. If you watched our mini Rainbow Friends tournament, you'll know who's the most powerful of them all. You'll also know about these cool Rainbow Friend blind bags we gave away. This one might be my favorite. I've only seen pictures of Purple with his mouth closed, so to see Purple with his mouth open for the first time is pretty awesome. I think I'm gonna try to model our warrior after this figure, and I promise, no Rainbow Friends will be harmed in the making of this video. And we won't be cutting up any Akedo warriors for this build either. Well, at least not any new ones. For today's project, we won't need to look any further than the parts jar. Let me just compare these two real quick. Okay, I think this just might work. I'll prep the Akedo figure by removing the head, legs, arm, and base. Next, we'll grind the body as smooth and narrow as possible. And guys, anytime you see me grinding or making dust, I'm wearing a respirator and eye protection. This is about as much as you can grind before things start malfunctioning. Did you know this was in here? Now, we need to secure a wire armature to the torso for our figure's new arms and legs. Once the super glue has fully dried, I'll try to shape the wires to mimic the posture of our model. If you can bend the wires like this without them detaching, you know the super glue is doing its job. Okay, I think I got the shape down. I'll just mark the proper height so we can secure the figure back to the base and move on to the next step. I know I say this in every video, and I'm not sponsored by this stuff or anything, but I love this epoxy clay. I can shape the parts directly onto the figure, and I don't have to worry about baking it because it air dries in a matter of hours. It's hard to believe that I have no clay sculpting experience, right? Okay, that was bad. The head is so big that I can't work on one area without messing up another. I think I need to break it down into 2 pieces and let them dry. While we wait, let's make the arms and legs, which should be a lot easier. The head parts have hardened up and I'm ready for another attempt. The shape is a little off, but we can easily add more clay where needed. And where there's too much clay, we can grind it down. This is actually looking pretty good, and that's why I love this stuff. I have no clay working skills or experience, but I somehow managed to make a miniature replica of Purple's head, and I couldn't have done it without the epoxy clay. For the eyes, I just took 2 balls of clay and smashed them down on the top of the head. And after I got them just right, I realized that he was really starting to look like Purple, and I couldn't wait to get the teeth in, which was the last little bit of fabrication for the build. So I flattened out some clay, and after it hardened, I cut out a bunch of triangles and glued them in. We're finally finished with fabrication and ready to paint. And you might notice the clay parts are a little rough, but don't worry. I'm planning on putting on a couple coats of this enamel oil-based paint to smooth everything out. And this is a step you can totally skip if your figure is smooth already. And after 2 coats, you can see that Purple got a lot smoother. Now, I can apply my regular acrylic primer followed by a few coats of purple. Before our big reveal, I just want to show you guys how the rest of the Rainbow Friends turned out. I think they look a lot better with their matching base plates and matte finishes. I also ended up repainting pink, and I think that was the right choice. And here's purple. I think he turned out really nice, and he does look a lot like the purple figure we modeled him after. What do you guys think of him? Because his head is so big, he doesn't swing as fast as a normal Akedo warrior. He reminds me of our custom Mario, who has a really slow and heavy swing due to his metal hammer. But I knew this was going to happen, so I gave purple a long, oversized hand to compensate. It's going to be really interesting to see how he does in combat. In today's video, I'll attempt to turn an exclusive Akedo warrior into a scary figure from a Roblox horror game called Rainbow Friends. If you happen to fall prey to this monster, he'll smash you on the ground and fly you off to his nest, where he'll probably try to feed you regurgitated worms. Rainbow Friends Chapter 2 is finally here. The map is way bigger and more interactive too. You can ride the rides, take a spin on the Ferris wheel, zoom down the zip line. You can even race the go-karts. Oh, and all your favorite Rainbow Friends are back. Red, blue, green. Orange is around here somewhere. Purple. Plus 2 new Rainbow Friends, yellow and cyan. Such a cute little guy. Let's start today's build by meeting the warrior we'll be turning into yellow. This is Shockwave Chucks. I just bought this guy on eBay for a really good deal, and it just so happens that he's perfect for today's project. If I hadn't found this Chucks on eBay, there's no way I'd have an extra one. This is an exclusive figure that only comes with the Triple Strike Tag Team Arena. And if you have one Triple Strike Tag Team Arena, that's enough. I call these type of fighters flappers, because once you get them spinning and their arms start flailing around, it kind of looks like a bird flapping its wings. And that's how I imagine Yellow would fight. Plus, yellow is yellow, and Shockwave Chucks is yellow. It's a no-brainer. In order to turn Shockwave Chucks into yellow, we need to give him 2-toed feet, flapping wings, a pterodactyl head, a tail, a propeller, and a cardboard base. As we always do for our custom Akedo warriors, we'll carefully remove the head. And after it's off, double check to make sure that the neck is fully functional and has a little snap to it. Don't make the mistake of customizing a warrior with a weak neck. Next, we'll remove the shockwaves from the fist. There's no saving these parts. You gotta cut them off. And since we need to modify the feet, let's take off the base. Hopefully, we can get it off without breaking the pegs. Oh my gosh. It's gonna break. It's gonna break. Oh, okay, that works. I'm gonna cut a wedge out of the feet using my trim cutters, and that'll achieve that 2-toed look that Yellow has. Now, I just need to grind off a few details like these knee pads, the belt, and the fist. And don't forget to use your dust mask. Now that we've cut and grinded off all the unnecessary parts, we can now rebuild our new warrior with epoxy clay. I always try to mix exactly what I need because I hate to be left with a big ball and it just goes to waste. or I don't mix enough, and to avoid cross-contamination, I need to put on new gloves before sticking my hands back in the container. But by far, the worst is when you mix too much clay and a bunch goes to waste, but then you realize that you forgot to make the tail, so you gotta put on another set of gloves to mix more anyways. That's the worst. Try to avoid that scenario at all costs. After this clay hardens up, I'll smooth it with some sandpaper. Leaving it in the sun definitely speeds up the curing process. While I was waiting, I played a few games of Rainbow Friends 2. I gotta admit, it's pretty fun and terrifying at the same time, but mostly fun. I purposely tried to get caught by Yellow for research purposes, and I noticed that he's the only one that you can actually escape from. With a carefully timed jump into the bouncy house. I also noticed that I had a bunch of Robux, so I bought a bunch of crate packs.
Yo!
What? Nothing. More wire, nothing.
Why?
Yo!
Oh my.
Ooh.
Coming. Oh my. No way!
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Dad.
Yo, that is so cool.
Oh, and I also beat the game. Check it out. Okay, the clay is completely cured and sanded, and look at how silky smooth it is. A little super glue to attach the head. We're ready to paint, guys. Here's a coat of white primer, followed by a coat of lemon yellow. Check out this coverage I get with my new airbrush and compressor. And we'll seal everything with a satin clear coat. I just realized that I forgot all about the eyes and propellers. This is a major blunder and it could jeopardize the entire build. I was forced to call an emergency company meeting. Me and my two business partners agreed. We needed to head to the craft store.
Mama need no chico.
to buy some googly eyes.
Yo, that's a huge one.
Can we test this?
And foam sheets for the propeller. Crisis diverted. Okay guys, here is the finished product. Introducing Yellow from Rainbow Friends Chapter 2. Even though his googly eyes were just a quick fix, I think they worked out perfect. And the propeller looks awesome too. It's a great addition to our Rainbow Friends collection. What's up everyone? You guys ready for this one? I gotta be honest with you, I'm not. I've been sitting here in the workshop looking over all our previous builds, trying desperately to find ideas for today's customization. I really want to get this one right because I know how much you guys love Rainbow Friends, especially Orange. Orange will be our second to the last Rainbow Friends character in this series. Next, I'll make Cyan, and after that, we'll have a full 8-warrior Rainbow Friends tournament. I'm thinking of redoing all of them as giants later. What do you guys think of that idea? Well, I still don't know what I'm doing for Orange, and the video already started, so let's get back to the workshop. Here's Orange. He's small and fast, and he doesn't have long arms to punch with. No weapons. He doesn't even show up until Hour 5 of Rainbow Friends Chapter 2. I wonder what happens if you turn the cart into Orange. Oh, okay. I still have no ideas. Orange uses his powerful jaws and teeth to attack, but as we all know, an Akedo warrior's weak spot is his head. How can I make his head his weapon? Did you guys see our last video? It was our Series 7 custom tournament. During filming, we noticed one of the warriors was impossible to split. In fact, in all of his battles, he wasn't split once. But the funny thing is, he lost. And while I was joking that warrior was unsplittable, I remember Eddie saying,
You should make more unsplittable warriors.
Now you might be asking yourself, how does an unsplittable warrior lose a battle? The way we play, if you get knocked out of the arena, that's a loss. Not only is it a loss, but to us, it's the worst way you can lose. I have an idea. Let's go to the parts drawer. For today's build, I'm just gonna need an Akedo base. I'll put it on this controller so I don't forget to paint it like I did with Yellow's controller, and I gotta give Mocha a bone or she'll be barking through this whole episode. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, Orange. Since I'll be fabricating Orange completely out of clay, we need to make sure to attach him securely to the base. In order to do this, I'll cut off these pegs, then drill out 2 holes. Next, I'll cut a long piece of wire that I'll feed through the bottom of the base and secure it with super glue. The reason why the wire is so long is because in addition to connecting Orange to the base, it'll also serve as an armature for our figure and provide some much needed strength to Orange's head and jaws, which will be his primary weapon. And since the only way to defeat Orange will be to knock him off the controller, he needs to be solid. What do you guys think? At some point, I can tell we're gonna have to elevate Orange. But before we do that, let's bust out the gloves and epoxy clay. Make sure you mix the 2 parts together thoroughly. Once the clay is a uniform color, I like to let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. It's ready. Make sure you have the right clay sculpting tools, and don't forget to subscribe. A little anti-sticking solution for the tools is just water. I still have a lot to learn about epoxy clay, but so far, I really like it. If it weren't for the fact that you need to wear gloves, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. I love how forgiving the clay is, because I'm by no means a talented sculptor or artist, but just by going off a picture, I can create a pretty accurate duplicate. And even though I never get it perfect after the first try, I can just add more clay or sand some off. At this point, I was really happy with it. Some areas were pretty rough, but it can be smoothed out with some sandpaper. It seems like we only need to add one base plate to get him to the right height. I'm gonna fill in the bottom of his base with plastic, which will lock in the wire and also create more surface area for the glue to bond the two plates together. My fingers are starting to get really tired, so I decided to look around my garage to see if I had anything to clamp the two pieces together. This little guy just might work. Let's test him against a battle giant. If you can split a giant, you can split anyone. Okay, it looks like orange will definitely split you. But is our unsplittable warrior too OP? Here he is completely sanded, and to help smooth him out even further, I'm going to coat him with an oil-based enamel paint. It goes on really thick and fills in all the imperfections. But be careful, because it can also fill in details that you want and worked so hard to create. Since our orange has no moving parts, I'm gonna paint him with some extra orange spray paint that I found in my shed. And now for the finishing touches. I was really scrambling around to find something I could use for teeth just to save some time. And after finding nothing, I ended up going with epoxy clay. Making all the teeth took me about 2 hours, but I think it came out okay, and it really makes the whole figure come together. What do you guys think of orange? And what do you think of an unsplittable warrior? I really wanted to include a full battle test in this video, but I'm gonna have to make that a separate video that'll come out on Wednesday. We'll be battling orange against some of the heaviest hitters Akedo has to offer to see if he really is unbeatable. In today's video, I'll finally complete our first series of Rainbow Friends Akedo Warriors. After this, I'll get started on another series of Rainbow Friends, like Rainbow Friends Giants, or fan-made Rainbow Friends. Wait, I didn't finish yellow? I gotta paint his controller. I really don't have time for this, but it's gonna keep bugging me if I don't. It shouldn't take too long. I just gotta pop this open real quick, tape off the moving parts, throw on a quick coat of primer, slap on some yellow. Ooh, this paint is super thick. Oh great, it's jamming my airbrush. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. There we go, a little airbrush thinner helped a lot. Finally, we'll seal everything with a gloss clear coat. Okay, that's better. Wait, what? I didn't fix Orange's teeth? I can't start the video with Orange looking like this. I gotta fix it real quick. If I hurry, we'll still have time. These little things are slippery. Oh no, where did this tooth go? Here? Or here? There's that $1 million smile. Wait, I didn't put their names on their base plates? No! The best thing about making custom Akedo Rainbow Friends is that it gives me an excuse to play Rainbow Friends. I love Chapter 2. Come on, press skip. We've seen this 1,000,000 times already. Wait, what just happened? No, get away from me. Oh, no ways. Seriously? Yeah, I'm stuck. Why am I walking like this? Okay guys, regarding our unfinished rainbow friends, not only do I not have time to get yellow and orange's names on their base plates, I don't think I even have time to make Cyan, and I don't want to be rushed. Cyan is probably my favorite character. I already got her design all figured out, and it's gonna take some time to build. So for today's custom, how about a training figure? You guys have been asking for lookies. Why is this one so huge? Seeing those lookies exploding into the air gives me an idea. From all my 3D printing experience, I think I've learned just enough to make my own spring-loaded mechanism for our training figure. It took me most of the day, but I finally came up with a design that fits our needs. While this is printing, I'll get started on the lookies. And of course, I'm making them out of epoxy clay. To make sure they're all close to the same size, I'll be using this diameter gauge, and we'll go with this size right here. Making clay balls isn't as easy as you'd think. If you don't keep them in water, they stick to the countertop, and the bottoms flatten out just from them sitting, so you gotta roll them once in a while, which means I gotta stand here and watch them for a couple hours. While we're waiting, let's work on the last piece of our training figure, the wooden crate. It needs to be lightweight so it can fly as high as possible. And it also needs to be strong so it can withstand the fury of Eddie and Clark. There we go. What do you guys think? The lookies are completely hardened, and I stuck all of them on toothpicks so we can go outside and spray paint them with some primer. After these dry, we'll put some color on them. Guys, check out this paint bottle organizer I 3D printed. Each piece takes 3.5 hours to print, and it's modular, so I can keep adding to it as my collection grows. And here's our primed lookies. Because we have so many different colors to paint, I'm just gonna do it by hand. We'll make 2 of each color: blue, green, red, purple, yellow, orange, cyan, and have you ever seen a pink one? They say it's rare, so I'm only gonna make 1. Now, let's cut off the toothpicks and make eyes using, you guessed it, epoxy clay. To paint the pupils, I'll use this dotting tool. This is the easiest way to paint a circle, by the way. Aren't these guys just perfect? The print is finally complete. As you can see, there are 4 parts to the mechanism, not including the spring. And I purposely made everything extra long so I can cut it down if needed. Once it's assembled and loaded, you need to twist the top to release the projectile, like this. Okay, I cut it down to the striking height of an Akedo warrior, and once I super glue a suction cup to the bottom and the wooden crate to the top, we are finished with the build. I haven't tested it out at this point because I wanted to let everything dry for as long as I could, and I figured, why not have Eddie and Clark help me test it? Check it out.
Whoa, they're so tiny.
Guys, I was thinking you can help me test out this training figure for the first time. Okay, you slip this in, and then you twist it. Okay, now it's loaded. Okay, who's gonna test them out first?
Me!
Oh, okay. Eddie goes first.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh!
Whoa!
Collect the lookies. Okay!
Oh!
Okay, Dad, ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah! Awesome!
It works, guys. It works. And there you have it, guys, our second training figure, and I definitely think we need to start making more. What do you guys think? In today's video, we'll finally make the 8th and final monster in our first series of custom Rainbow Friends. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our Rainbow Friends tournament coming up next. Who's gonna win? Let us know in the comments below. We already got a sneak peek at the budding rivalry between blue and green. And although green ended up coming back from the losers bracket to win the tournament, it could have gone either way. But with purple, yellow, orange, and soon to be cyan joining the fun, it's gonna be a whole new ball game. Cyan is a two-legged, raptor-like monster that appears in Hour 4 of Rainbow Friends Chapter 2. If you turn a corner and see her, you'd better run, or else. She just might be the deadliest Rainbow Friends monster yet, cause blue is pretty easy to outrun, and you can always just go into your box. Green, he's just trying to sell used cars. Yellow can be escaped from with a well-timed jump into the bouncy house. And purple can't even get you if you just crouch through the fog. But Cyan, she'll chase you right out of the game. For today's build, we'll be fabricating Cyan's head, tail, and legs out of clay. That means we'll only be needing an Akedo body and base. We can find that in the parts drawer. The first thing we'll need to do is cut off as much unwanted material as we can using trim shears. Next, I'll carefully pop off the head. My goal is to turn the body into a cylinder shape by grinding down the sides and smoothing everything out. For that, I'm gonna need this. Now that we have a basic shape for our figure, let's attach and shape a wire armature. I know it looks pretty rough right now, but don't worry. The wire doesn't have to be perfect because you can still alter it as you're molding the clay. Since Cyan's tail will be her weapon, it's especially important to get it in the correct position. I was constantly testing it throughout this process to make sure it was perfect. And I even had to remake it a couple of times. But the head was definitely the hardest piece to make, and I kept going back and forth on whether to have Cyan's mouth open or closed. This is Cyan version 1.0. The clay is completely hardened and it doesn't look that great. To be honest, I was playing with Eddie and Clark and I forgot all about cyan. And by the time I remembered, the clay had hardened. But it's okay. I'll just sand down all the imperfections and bumpy spots until it looks like this. Now, I'll apply a second coat of epoxy clay, and this time, I'll try to get it as perfect as possible. Okay guys, we're ready to paint. How's this color look? Pretty good? Well, it's turquoise, and it's the closest thing I got. I just finished painting, and you know what I realized? I forgot to paint the controller. Check out how much my paint stand has grown since the last video. I'm printing these things around the clock because I need 50 more to hold all my paint. This bottom piece is called a raft, and the boys love ripping it off. So satisfying. I use these two for paint after. Nice, Eddie. Okay. Nice, that was a good one.
Ready, guys? This might be a hard one. Oops.
Wow, and it comes clean off. Nice.
Paint it on.
I'm gonna cover the base plate in cardboard real quick, and after, I wanna test Cyan out on some training figures to see what we can expect from her in our upcoming Rainbow Friends tournament. What do you guys think? Anyone picking her to win the tournament? I just randomized the bracket, and here's what I got. In the first round, we have blue versus red, yellow versus purple, pink versus orange, and last, cyan will face green. That's a tough one. I can tell already, Eddie, Clark, and I are gonna have so much fun filming this. Okay, let's see.
That was a good one.
Look what I found. I don't know what's happening. The Rainbow Friend Custom Tournament coming up next.
That was epic.
Okay, guys, we're about to film the Rainbow Friend Custom Tournament starring red, orange, yellow, green, blue, cyan, purple, and pink. So what I thought we would do, let's each choose our favorite to win the tournament, and then we will play that guy every single time. Clarky, you chose cyan. Why did you choose cyan?
He has a really long tail.
Yeah, you think he's powerful?
Yeah. I'm going with the former champion. Look, so his arms go out super far.
Yeah. Okay, guys, well,
Oh, that might be a problem for me.
do you guys want to know who Daddy's gonna choose? Daddy is choosing, without a doubt, purple. Check out that.
His head is huge.
His head is huge, which yeah, that might be a problem, but his hand is huge too.
No teeth lost.
Oh my gosh. The first fight is gonna be blue versus red. The second fight is yellow versus me, purple. So no one chose yellow, right?
I want to be yellow.
Okay. The third fight is pink versus orange.
Ooh, that's a good fight.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize this, guys. The last fight is cyan versus green. Oh my gosh, one of you guys will be eliminated in the first round.
Just give me blue.
Guys, if you don't know, here on Eddie's World, we don't play by the number system. Our customs don't even have numbers anymore. We just play first to 2 split strikes is the winner.
Dad, look at the audience. They're so excited.
Oh, wait. Oh, what? Oh my.
Let the tournament begin!
Clarky, who do you think is gonna win? Blue? Eddie, who do you think is gonna win?
Blue.
Ready, fight, split strike. Oh! What happened on that?
Instant win. Insta win.
Okay, guys. Unfortunately, red broke. So what happens is this piece cracks. So I can easily fix that, or hopefully, but I don't think red stood a chance anyways. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so red loses. Oh, let's leave him up here. He loses. Next fight is purple versus yellow, and this is Daddy's fight. Daddy chose purple to win, so I will be controlling purple. Okay, who do you think's gonna win?
Me. I think purple's gonna win.
First to 2 split strikes is the winner. I just hope nobody like breaks. Cause look at this. Look, my fist is the size of your head. Are you ready?
No.
Fight. Split strike.
What?
Oh, did you hit me?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh. I didn't split myself?
No, I did it. I hit you.
Okay, it's 1-0. Yellow is winning. Oh my gosh, am I gonna go out in the first round?
Yes.
Ready, fight, split strike. Oh my goodness.
That was epic.
Okay, guys.
Good fight.
Yep. We have blue versus yellow in the semifinals. Next up is pink versus orange. Okay, Clarky will be controlling orange. Clarky, who do you think is gonna win?
Pink.
Pink? Eddie.
Only because he's gonna break off his teeth.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Eddie, who do you think's gonna win?
Orange.
Okay, wait a minute. Why don't you be orange and Clarky be pink? Okay, you guys each think the other person is gonna win. If you don't know, orange is unsplittable. You cannot split orange. You need to knock him off. You need to dismount him.
Pretty hard to dismount him.
It's
You gotta,
hard.
break him.
Yeah, but you guys seem to be pros at dismounting. First to 2 split strikes is the winner. Ready, fight, split strike.
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
No, it was orange.
Oh!
The dismounter dismounted. This does not count as dismounting.
No, it doesn't.
Dismounter dismounted.
Yes, orange dismounted pink. It's 1-0. Orange is winning. Ready, fight, split strike. Oh my gosh. Oh! Orange moves on to the semifinals. He will fight the winner of cyan versus green. Boys, these are your fighters. Okay guys, cyan is untested in the arena, but green is the defending champion. Clarky, who do you think's gonna win?
Cyan!
Do you have any words for your opponent? First to 2 split strikes is the winner, guys. Ready, fight, split strike.
How do I split strike him?
You gotta knock his head back. You can do it. You can do it, Eddie. Oh! Oh my gosh, a dismount. That counts as a split strike, guys. Oh my goodness, some Karate Kid action going on. It's 1-0. I don't know what's happening. Guys, green is proving why he's the defending champion. Ready, fight, split strike.
Where's the green one?
Oh my gosh! Okay, the semifinal round is gonna be blue versus yellow and green versus orange. Coming up next. Okay guys, don't you think that's funny that, you know, it seems like the heavier the fighter is, the easier it is to dismount them. Cause like, look at this weapon. Look at this weapon. Wouldn't you think that they will dominate?
Look at this one.
It seems like you gotta have a balance. Like, green and blue are really the perfect warriors here, guys. Okay, well, without further ado, who do you think is gonna win this fight? Okay, Eddie, you think yellow is gonna win, right? Okay, good. Ready. Fight. Split strike.
Go! 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 Go!
Oh my goodness. You dismounted the dismounter. Okay, blue is winning 1-0. No surprise to me. Ready, fight, split strike. Oh no! Guys, this is gonna be a good fight. Clarky, who's gonna win? Orange, Eddie, who's gonna win?
Green.
Green? Okay, guys, the only way for green to win is you gotta knock them off, but that seems to be what's happening right now. If green wins, we're gonna have a green versus blue rematch for the championship, guys.
That's gonna be cool.
First to 2 split strikes is the winner. Ready, fight, split strike. Oh my goodness.
Yes! Yes!
Guys, it's 1-0. Green is 1 win away from a rematch with his nemesis. Ready, fight, split strike!
Win or pay the ultimate price.
Okay, guys, this is our championship fight.
The rematch.
A rematch. I can't believe it. What is going on? They're just...
These guys are the most powerful of the Rainbow Friends.
They are. They have a nice balance of weight and reach. You know what's so funny? I was watching the first tournament, the mini tournament. You were green and Clarky was blue.
Yeah.
Ready, fight, split strike. Oh!
Dismount.
Oh, that was a beautifully placed punch, man.
Come on, blue.
Okay, guys, it's 1-0. Green is winning. Guys, green is so dominant.
Oh,
Ready, fight, split strike. Oh, nice. Nice dismount, Clarky. It is 1-1. This is like deja vu, guys. Oh my gosh. Do you guys feel the pressure?
Yes.
The winner of the next fight is the...
Eddie's gonna win already. No,
You can't think like that, Clarky.
Cause like, you just split strike to me. Let's play.
Okay, the winner of this fight is the champion. Ready, fight, split strike. Oh! Oh my gosh, we have a new champion, people. Blue is the new champion of Rainbow Friends. Wow, okay, that was a good tournament, guys. Okay, guys, that was our Rainbow Friends tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep watching for more Rainbow Friends. I'm thinking of doing giants, even fan-made Rainbow Friends. So if you guys like our Rainbow Friend customs, then like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye.